On Saturday, August 31st, 2025, Americans were gearing up for a holiday weekend. Labor Day plans in full swing, airports buzzing, and highways packed with travelers eager to escape the daily grind. Excitement was in the air as families, friends, and solo adventurers prepared for a much-needed break. But then, without warning, millions lost their Verizon service. Phones that had been lifelines just moments before suddenly became useless, leaving people confused and anxious. Phones went silent, no calls, no texts, no data. The familiar chime of notifications was replaced by an eerie quiet. Across the country, from New York to California, people stared at their screens in disbelief as signal bars vanished, replaced by a worrying message. The outage didn't discriminate. Urban centers and rural towns alike were plunged into digital darkness. This wasn't a local glitch, it was a nationwide blackout, affecting millions coast to coast and sparking immediate concern. Social media accessed via Wi-Fi exploded with the same question: is Verizon down? Has anyone else lost service? Has something bigger happened? The outage hit hard. Drivers lost GPS, parents couldn't reach kids, and businesses ground to a halt. Emergency calls failed, and people realized just how much they depended on their phones. The timing on a busy holiday weekend made the disruption even worse. Events were interrupted, plans were derailed, and uncertainty spread quickly. People frantically restarted phones and toggled airplane mode, hoping for a fix. Some even swapped SIM cards or tried different devices, desperate for any sign of life. The digital silence was a stark reminder of how much we rely on constant connectivity. For many, it felt like being cut off from the world. As the afternoon wore on, the number of affected users soared. News outlets scrambled to cover the story, and rumors spread as quickly as the outage itself. The true scale of the outage became clear. Millions were cut off waiting for answers. Phone stores filled with frustrated customers, and service desks were overwhelmed. For many, the holiday weekend had just turned into a test of patience and resilience, as they waited and wondered when, or if, their digital world would return to normal. For Verizon customers, the sudden appearance of SOS only on their phones was confusing and alarming. Many were left wondering what had gone wrong and how long it would last. SOS mode is a built-in safety feature. When your carrier's network fails, your phone tries to connect to any available network, but only for emergency calls. You can dial 911 or other emergency services, but that's it. No regular calls, no texts, no data. This limitation can be particularly frustrating in times of need. For most, their smartphones became little more than emergency call boxes, stripping away their usual functionality. The frustration was real. People couldn't reach loved ones or get updates. The sense of disconnection was palpable. The widespread SOS message was a clear sign of a catastrophic network failure affecting millions. It highlighted both the importance of having reliable communication and the limitations of this emergency feature. While it can be a lifesaver, it also shows how dependent we are on our networks. On August 31st, millions learned just how isolating a network outage can be, underscoring the critical role of connectivity in our daily lives. The outage's scale was staggering. Service tracking sites like Down Detector saw reports surge to nearly 23,000 by mid-afternoon, but that was just the tip of the iceberg. Complaints poured in from every corner of the country, big cities and small towns alike. Social media was flooded with stories of total blackout. Verizon, with over 100 million subscribers, saw millions affected. Emergency responders, families, and businesses all felt the impact. The outage exposed our dependence on just a few telecom giants. When one fails, the ripple effects are nationwide. The infrastructure we trust for constant connection proved vulnerable. Millions waited anxiously for Verizon to respond and restore service. As complaints mounted and frustration grew across the country, Verizon finally acknowledged the widespread outage, attributing the disruption to a critical software issue that had unexpectedly cascaded through their systems. Their engineers raced against the clock to diagnose and fix the elusive bug, working late into the night. Yet, official updates to the public remained vague and infrequent, leaving millions in the dark about when service would return. Social media quickly became the main source of information as anxious customers turned to Twitter and Facebook, desperate for any news or reassurance from the company or fellow users. Service restoration was gradual, not instant. Some users saw their signal bars flicker back to life after 9 p.m., while others waited well into the night, refreshing their screens in hope. By Sunday morning, most services were finally back online, but the frustration and inconvenience lingered for many, especially those who relied on their phones for work or emergencies. The incident exposed the immense complexity and surprising fragility of the nation's interconnected networks, highlighting just how much we depend on invisible digital infrastructure. A single software glitch had managed to cripple communications for hours, disrupting daily routines and business operations alike. Many questioned Verizon's reliability and transparency during the crisis, demanding clearer answers and better communication in the future. The outage served as a wake-up call for both the company and its customers, sparking conversations about preparedness and trust in essential services. In the end, the digital silence left a lasting impression, reminding everyone just how vital and vulnerable our connections truly are. The August 2025 outage wasn't the first, and likely won't be the last. Similar failures have happened before, exposing ongoing vulnerabilities in our networks. The lesson? Be prepared. Enable Wi-Fi calling and know your home network's password. Download offline maps before traveling and keep a portable charger handy. Consider having family members on different carriers for backup. Keep a written list of important numbers in case your phone is useless. Discuss a backup plan with loved ones for emergencies. Outages are inevitable, but a little preparation can keep you connected and calm when the next one hits. In a world built on connectivity, resilience is key.